What up? I'm so I can't even think what to say because I'm too self-conscious. But I'm gonna play some Mario today. I almost couldn't find it, but I found it. And I was thinking that I'd like start the video like with the TV turning on and the Mario turning on, but starting it early so you can see. I don't know why I'm talking like that. So you can see how I hook it up. Alright, what we do is, so there's on the side, there's yellow and there's red. It doesn't fit. I'm gonna get another cable. Oh, I want this one. No, not that one. Oh, I had my shoulder. I shouldn't have done that. Damn, so I injured my shoulder, but alright. There's a nice. See, this is where I was gonna try everything out, so I got the system right, but then I knew this was gonna. That's what happens. But I didn't do it. No, I almost got another cable. Alright, yeah, I almost used this one earlier because it's like only two, red and white, because you don't need three of them for the Nintendo. But the reason I didn't pick this one was because it's longer, and longer cables, like the signal can be worse. Yeah, check it out. Let me show you what's in here right now. A little something called Zelda. Oh, it's gold. It's big pimpin'. It's shiny, bling bling. Bling bling. Bling 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 bling. I'm not a huge fan of this game, to be honest. Like, it's not bad. Like, I play it sometimes, but it's kind of slow for me. So did you know you don't need to... I'm pretty sure you don't need to press this down to play the game. A little secret trick for you guys. When I bought this thing, I had to open it up and do surgery on it to get it working. There was like a region lock chip inside that's known to like go bad, and so I like cut some of the feed off the chip and it fixed the system. TV's not plugged in, is it? I can tell you what's wrong with it. Ain't got no gas. You guys like that view? Is that a good angle? Oh shit. The plug made a popping noise. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Oh. Shit. I can't even do the... my voice isn't doing too good right now. Oh, look at that. You just don't get that anymore. Oh, it's gonna be doing the screen thing. Man. That's kind of annoying, huh? Let's just do a little bit of this. I know it doesn't look good. I'm sorry. I'm not a professional. I need to get like a capture card or something. But I'm just trying to chill out. So, alright. I haven't played this in a minute. And by a minute, I mean like 5 or 6 years probably. Oh, the vibes. Oh, the control. It's not like as good. Alright, I gotta get used to it again. There's more momentum than I remember. Like, you can't go left and right so quickly in the air. And stuff like that, you know? Oh my god, it looks so bad on the camera. I'm so sorry. You gotta live and learn, guys. Live and learn. Linger, languish, lament. I do have a DSLR. That maybe would be better. But let's just see how we do. Oh my god, it's so bad. I mean, it looks fine until the thing comes down the screen. It must be, man. The refresh rate on the screen must be, like, really close to the refresh rate on the phone. Which is not quite the same, you know? It's off by, like, 1 frame per second or something. Or, like, 0.5. Because this game is, like...
60 frames per second. I mean, it's 30 frames per second, but every other line gets updated 60 times per second. So it's basically either 30 or 60 frames per second. Maybe I'll try to get the DSLR working after this. Oh wait, I don't have a capture for it. I guess I could record on the memory card for now. Oh, that was close. Oh my god. Oh, small Mario is so much better. Oh, then I can change momentum like I was remembering. The big Mario, he's tough to... You know what's crazy, dude? I heard a story one time. I was reading stories about... I should have taken the shortcut. I guess it doesn't matter. I was listening to stories about... You know that mushroom that Mario eats? It's like an Amanita muscaria or whatever. Alright, this is a... Let me just turn this down a little bit. It's kind of annoying me. So the Amanita muscaria, that's like the mushroom Mario eats. And it's funny because like it makes him bigger. Oh, excuse me. I like reading stories about people using substances because like I don't want to use them myself because it's scary. But it's like interesting to read the stories about other people using other people using them because like I'm curious to like what it's like and what they do, but I don't want to like jeopardize my own health and well-being, you know. So I was reading stories about people eating Amanita muscaria, the Mario mushroom. It's so you would. It's really interesting because, like one of the, like in more than one story. Actually, I've heard in like 3 different stories about them making you feel big and strong because like Mario gets bigger when he eats it, and also about like running fast and jumping over things. It's crazy. You can't actually. It's poisonous if you eat it in its raw form. It won't like kill you, but it's got like poisons in it that are like not good. But you can look up online. You can like boil it, or like there's other ways of preparing it. Like if you simmer it into a tea, I'm pretty sure that like gets rid of the poisons, and it just keeps the other part. And there's like other ways to prepare it. I forget what they are. But yeah, I remember reading one story where a guy ate them and like was running down like the street and was like jumping over things, I guess. And I was like, oh, it's just like Mario. And then there's another story I read where a guy was like, it was kicking in when he was going back to his car and he felt like really big and like something like that. And then I remember another story that like the Vikings or something, like Norsemen used to take them before going into battle because it made them like feel like powerful. So it's pretty interesting. Very interesting because like it makes Mario big, it makes him jump over stuff, it makes him more powerful. So it really like lines up with all those stories that I read. Not all of them, but like a few of them definitely lined up with it. And I'm like, huh, that's interesting. Like, Mario's in the Mushroom Kingdom. Now, I'm not like pro drug really. I'm kind of anti drug these days, which I know is like boring and lame. But they are bad. They will ruin your life. I mean, like some drug. I don't know. I do. I was addicted to weed for like 20 years. I used to drink a lot of alcohol. which never, didn't really cause me a problem back in the day. But like, I spent all my time doing it, just like drinking alcohol, smoking weed, and playing video games. I had a good time. I enjoyed it, but I was a little bit addicted to alcohol. Like, not really. I would drink every day, but just not because I was addicted, just because I really liked it. Kind of a fine line. But weed, I was more addicted to, and it was worse than alcohol because like alcohol just like makes your physical health bad. So if physically like you're not feeling good, you just like don't drink alcohol. But weed, it's like it's sneaky. It's really like the devil's lettuce. I drew a really funny cartoon one time about it. And what is happening here? Anybody see that? Did I find a new glitch? This game, I discover stuff all the time. That's like crazy stuff happens. I'm like, what is happening? But yeah, weed is sneakier because like it doesn't seem like it's really hurting you because it's not really hurting you. But like it messes up your brain in the long term, in my opinion. And because it has such like a reputation of not being that bad, people like use it more, and then it like does become bad. Like I would just smoke because I was bored. If I just had like a little puff now and then, I couldn't control myself though. I'd take one puff and then another later, and then another later, and then I'd be smoking all day. Then I'd be smoking all day every day. And I remember a study that said like, if you only smoke weed one time per week, it doesn't really negatively affect you. But I couldn't control myself like that well. For me, it's like I'm smoking or I'm not smoking. You know what I mean? I just quit for the 4th time in the last year. It's been about 8 weeks now. My social confidence is so high when I'm not smoking weed. And my memory is so much better. And I'm not tired all the time. But yeah. Like edibles, I think edibles are like sort of alright. I think they're more medicinal than smoking. Like smoking definitely can be medicinal. It's really good if you have like an upset stomach. Or like you kind of want to relax a little bit. As long as it doesn't become a habit that's addictive. If you can handle like only smoking one time per week or less, I think it's okay. But I couldn't control myself that well. And I literally like, you know how there's like, there's like the memes or whatever. It's like, damn boy, you smoke yourself retarded. Like I literally did. Pretty sure I actually did that. Because like literally 20 years of like smoking weed every day. Oh, it does like slow down how quickly you mature and how quickly you like remember things and can get things done. So like I've always admired people that have like a quick wit or they're fast-witted, which I never really like. I've always been pretty smart, like science and technology, like intellectual wise I've been pretty smart, like math and stuff, but I've never been fast. I've never been quick-witted. And I think maybe I could have been if I didn't smoke weed every day from like age 16 to like 36, So, but, finally, I just got, oh, I can go up here. Finally kicked the demon, dude. So, I'm pretty happy about that. Anyway, that all started about the Mushroom Kingdom, dude. Mario, the Mushroom Kingdom. Wowza, bowza. Oh, let's go. Iframes. I really feel bad for you guys watching this. Hopefully you're more entertained than, hopefully, whatever. I know it's not good. I'm not used to this level because I'm used to skipping all those levels in the warp zone. Oh! I'm so excited. I got all my old systems out of storage. I was thinking like, oh man, I've got so many cool old games to play. I was wondering, like, is a capture card better than videoing the screen? Like, it might be. But, like, the screen, like, CRTs, is kind of like what makes old games. It's like electric guitars, you know, like, the amplifier of an electric guitar is really part of the instrument, you know? I feel this sort of the same way about retro gaming on CRTs. Like, the CRT is kind of part of the game. So if you just capture card it before it gets to the CRT, it's not really the same thing, you know? So, I don't know. I don't have a capture card yet anyway, but I'll probably get one. They're like $10, $20. You can get some cheap capture cards now. I need to get one anyway because I bought like a Live Gamer 4K HDMI capture card and I tried it in 2 different PCs and it didn't work. It's like PCI Express. And I'm like, oh, I should have just gotten one of those cheap USB ones. It'll probably just work, you know. It might not be quite as high quality, but at least it'll work. So, and a lot of them have, a lot of those cheap, like $10, $20 capture, USB capture cards, they've got like the old, they've got HDMI and they have like what I'm doing now, which I guess those jacks are technically called like RCA or something. Composite, component, composite. There's a lot of names. I think it's called composite input when people talk about TVs and video games, but the actual cables themselves are called RCA cables, especially when you use them for like music, I guess. But whatever. So the cheap USB capture cards have, you can get them with both. And that way it's easy. Oh, there we go. Those stairs, I used to have such a hard problem jumping up those stairs. Like, that is hard to not get your speed blocked. I'm so not used to these worlds. I gotta do another, if I die or if I beat this, I don't think I'm gonna beat it. I think I'm gonna die before I beat this playthrough. But I'm just gonna do it one more time. I'm gonna do it with skipping the warp zones. I'm gonna do like sort of speedrun style, not full speedrun style, but like casual speedrun, you know? Where you do the warp zones. I can't do the actual speedrun skips. Like, I've tried to do... Oh! Is that the last life? No. This is it. I've tried to do, like, the warp... The 1, 2... Like, the second level warp zone skip. I've tried to do that a few times. I've never gotten it done. Maybe someday. But I can beat the game in, like, you know, less than 10 minutes. Just doing the normal warp zone skips. If I don't die. I die like half the time. Oh, when I'm doing good. Here we go. Alright. I gotta stretch out my gamer wrist. It's getting a little sore. I was doing too much mouse gaming. I played Tribes. I posted it. I played 3 maps on Tribes Friday night. It was really fun. The voice chat was really funny. I didn't post the voice chat though. Oh, look how much better I'm doing. It's been years, but the muscle memory comes back quick. My friends were saying that like they wished I posted the voice chat. It would have been more fun if I did that, so maybe I'll do that next time. But the thing is, like, I don't like recording my... It's like really personal. You know, always recording the voice chat. Because, like, my friends, they're not like... They didn't sign up to be recorded all the time, you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, I can ask their permission, but then it's like... When people know they're being recorded, they act differently. And, like, me and my friends like to talk about really degenerate stuff and make each other laugh. Saying, like, the stupidest, most degenerate, you know, things about, like, body parts and stuff. And it's just really fun to be able to talk freely like that without worrying about being recorded. But maybe what I will do is like next time I'll record it with voice chat, and if any of those subjects come up, we can just cut them out. I can just cut that audio out because it's usually not a huge amount of what we're talking about. And we do laugh and have a really good time most of the time and talk about fun stuff. It's not all degenerate talk all the time. So I think that's maybe what I'll try to do. All right. We're going. We're doing better this time. I should order a cheap capture card after this. This game, part of what makes this game so good is the mechanics. Like, if you die or mess up in this game, it's never because, like, you didn't press the button in time. Like, if you press the button, you know what I mean? It, like, always does the thing. Like, I was playing... Oh no, not this guy. I hate this guy. Come on, Mario, let's go. Oh, I did it. Oh, I did it again. I used to think that was like the hardest thing to do in the world. And it is pretty hard. For me. I'm not a pro. But that was like a big achievement for me. Jumping over those plant dudes like that. Oh, we did it, dude. We didn't take a hit. Let's go. What was I talking about? I forgot. There's those coins. There we go. Need my coins. Oh yeah, the mechanics. The mechanics in this game are so good. I was playing on my channel a few days ago. A really cool Zelda. I mean, you could call it a ROM hack. It's not really a ROM hack. I'm not gonna be able to get that vine now. It's gonna be too big. It's not really a ROM hack. It's like a fan-made game, but it's basically like a ROM hack. Zelda Dungeons of Infinity. And talking about like I knew that was gonna happen. Talking about like good and bad mechanics. I blamed one of my deaths in that game on the mechanics, and not my fault. It wasn't my fault. It was the mechanics' fault, because it's like a roguelite game. So if you die, you're totally dead. You have to like start over. So there's like more pressure on like doing good and not dying. And I made it really far on my first playthrough of the game. And I was like excited. I thought like maybe I was gonna beat it on my first try. But hold on. Need to concentrate. There we go. But what happened was, so I died. Well, no, that was actually my second playthrough. It was almost like DayZ, dude. When I first started playing DayZ, I was so into it that like I could totally remember my entire first, second, third, and like fourth sessions of the game, because like so much happened and I was like so invested in it. But yeah, so on my second playthrough of Dungeons of Infinity, oh, I died to like a spike ball swinging guy. He like spins the spike ball, like in Link to the Past. But like I did press the sword button, and I saw on my screen my sword did hit the guy before I died. So in my opinion, that's the mechanics killed me. Not that I actually was playing the game correctly, and it's just bad mechanics. Because like that never happens in this game. I've never had. Every time I die in this game, I'm like, that was definitely my fault. Like, I'm never pressing a button and been like, oh, the button didn't do what I did it to do. You know? That's what makes this game so good. The mechanics are perfect. You know? It's just really responsive, really satisfying mechanics. Oh no. I need all the lives I can get. Oh my god. Oh yeah. Yeah, I just got a Sega Genesis in the mail from eBay. Pretty excited about that. I need to save up some money for like a flash cart. They're like $60. It's pretty worth it. You can play like every game, you know, on original hardware. Because growing up, I never had a Sega Genesis. Like my friends and like babysitter had them, but I didn't have one. And so it was like I got to play it enough to like have some fun, but I never like got to play it as much as I really wanted to, you know? Like growing up I didn't really have original Nintendo, but I had one from my neighbors for a long enough time that I basically had one. And then I had a Super Nintendo. Oh man, I'll never forget, dude, Christmas morning when I was a kid opening the Super Nintendo. Oh, like I couldn't have been. That might have been that might have been the happiest I've ever been in my life. I still remember what the box looks like. I still remember what the system, like where the Christmas tree was, and like I don't even remember if I asked for it or not. But man, yeah. So growing up, I had basically had Nintendo, Super Nintendo, 64. I never had a PlayStation 1. I do now. But there is my friend down the road. I traded, I think I traded my Nintendo 64 for his PlayStation 1 just for like a couple months. We just traded systems, you know? And so then I got to play like Gran Turismo 1, Gran Turismo 2, and I was so into those games back then. I was really into those racing games for a while. I kind of don't really like them that much anymore. They're kind of boring and they're kind of stressful at the same time. Realistic racing games. So, but yeah, no, back in the day, I was all about them. I played so much Gran Turismo 1, 2, 3, 4. And then Forza 2. Forza 2 was probably my favorite of all time. I still haven't beaten it, but I got really far. I got, I basically, I got to the point in the game where it's like one of the final car classes where it's like not fun anymore because all the cars are like race cars and all the specs are so similar that you can't just build a faster car than anybody else to win. Like everybody's car is the exact same speed and the AI is like such on my level that it's like really every race is extremely close. And that's just not that fun for me because it's like stressful because like one little mistake, like you go off the track, you have to start over, you know? You just have to like concentrate for like, you know, 20, 30 minutes at a time, like not blinking and like the smallest mistake and you're done. That's just not fun for me. Oh, I can go up here. But I used to have a lot of fun. Like progressing in the game, buying the used cars, you know, souping them up. Souping up the... Oh, I shouldn't have jumped. Souping up the cars in Forza 2. Like, I'm a big car guy. Like, I actually work on cars. I know a lot about cars. And if you know a lot about cars and have worked on cars and, like, know how upgrades work and everything, like, Forza 2 is really good for that. It's very similar to real life. Like, Gran Turismo is fun, but the upgrades are, like, so generic. They're, like... It's just like extremely generic upgrades. Whereas Forza 2, they're like, if there's a popular engine swap for a car, it's like an option in that game, you know? It's like pretty real. It's a really good combination. A lot of my favorite games are a good combination of like realism and arcade. And Forza 2 is like a great combination of realism and arcade. So it's like pretty realistic. But it's not so realistic that it's boring. Because what happens when games try too hard to be realistic is they somehow don't feel realistic. They just get boring and like slow feeling. Like San Francisco City Rush for the N64. That's an arcade racing game. But like if you have ever driven a car fast and raced in real life, it feels a lot more like San Francisco City Rush than Gran Turismo. Because like when you're playing a racing game like Gran Turismo, it's like it feels very sterile. You don't when you're in a car in real life, it's like vibrating, making loud sounds. You can like feel things that are happening. But when it's a video game, it's like you have to go like twice as fast in a video game to feel like in like Gran Turismo. In Gran Turismo, 80 miles an hour in Gran Turismo feels like 40 miles an hour in a real car. Because the car is so like stable in Gran Turismo, you know? In like real life, the cars aren't perfectly smooth and stable like that. And like you feel like you're going faster in real life. And so that's the strange paradox of why arcade games can feel more realistic than like simulation games. And that's why there's like a really nice balance of like arcade and simulation that you can get to. That's like Insurgency is probably my favorite first person shooter of all time. Because the balance of arcade and realism, is so good. I used to think it was really cool to beat this level without ever stopping running. I pretty much did it. I still think that is cool. It's pretty hard for me to do. If I was a little kid, I would be like, oh my god. Yeah, I gotta stop talking. My throat's starting to get tired. Gotta get a flash cart for this thing too. EverDrive. Gotta get a flash cart for all my systems. N64. I really want to play Pokemon Snap again. I really liked that game a lot. But that's one of those games that like doesn't really work on emulators. So I think if I get a flash cart, maybe I could play it again. I mean, I used to have it. I don't know what happened to it. Oh, dude, I'm doing so much better now. Muscle memory's coming back. Here we go. This is how you do it. Alright, now it's going to get hard. Oh, I kind of hate this part. Oh my god. Did we do it? Oh. You know, I never had a Nintendo Switch either. And I really wanted one because of all those Mario Maker games. Looks so fun. I want to get one at some point. Gotta save up some money. I've got enough video games though. I've got so many systems. I just always keep wanting more. Don't you dare spike ball me. I will end you. Alright. I need this because I pretty much die every time on this level. And if I don't get this mushroom, I will not progress in the game. There we go. Oh, oh no. I hate all these cannons. Is this the one with the bullet bill flag ending? Oh! See, I told you I die every time on this level. This one, and then like that one with all the Hammer Brothers, like the second to last level. Oh, I did it. Those are the ones I have like the hardest time on. Get it? No! Yes. Is there anything here? No. Should skip that next time. No, I need the coins for lives. Hold on, I gotta itch my scalp. No, no ducks. Stop. Cease and desist. Is there anything in these? The thing about these bullet bills is like, as soon as you think it's safe to go in front of them, that's when they shoot. Like you're never safe going in front of, oh my god. I hit the second block down, you see that? I could have jumped off it. I remember being like a kid and at my babysitter's, Sean, one of my babysitter's kids, Sean, had Nintendo. I used to watch him play Zelda all the time. I remember thinking like, oh, I almost lost the mushroom. I remember thinking that golden Zelda case was like pretty much the coolest thing in the world. Okay, I'm screwed now. No, 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 no. Do not shoot. No, God. Okay. And like RPGs, I've never really been like Zelda. I would call it an RPG, like an action RPG. I've never been a big fan of them. Like I can sort of appreciate them now that I'm older, but as a kid, like if I wasn't shooting or racing, then like I wasn't really satisfied. And those are still my favorite kind of games, like racing and shooting, especially combined. That's why like I love Tribes so much. It's basically racing and shooting. But I still liked watching my friends play like RPGs, like Zelda and Final Fantasy VII. I've got Final Fantasy VII on here. I can actually do that. I could do that today after this. I've also got Super Smash Bros. On 64 I could do. But you know what? I do need a... My N64 controllers are like... Oh, this is that level. My N64 controllers are... Oh, we did it. The joysticks are all bad. Oh my god, I cannot believe that. Okay. Again, I was so lucky. That was not on purpose, killing that hammer, bro. This level. This is like the hardest level for me. When I was a kid, I could never beat this game. There's a lot of games. Most of the games I played, I never beat as a kid. But now that I got older, I've been going back, and like I can actually beat pretty much all the games now that I couldn't beat as a kid. And it's really satisfying. Like I went back and I beat Mega Man X, which I got to like the final level as a kid and couldn't beat it. It was so satisfying. So I was looking online, and apparently like even people that are good at video games are like, this game is really hard to beat, you know? So that's pretty satisfying. I had a lot of fun playing that game as a kid. I beat Mario 3, which I never beat as a kid. I beat Mario 2, which I never beat as a kid. I beat Mario 1, which I never beat as a kid. We're going to do it. I think I've got 5 tries. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. I'm really not that good at this game. It's going to be close. Oh, these freaking fish, dude. They're so trolly. They're such troll fish. Oh, where do I go? I can't even remember. Stop trolling me, fish. Go in my pipe. Oh, do we go the wrong way? Pretty sure you go in here. I can't even remember where to go. And then I know you go in here. Then after that, I'm not sure where to go. Which one of these? This one? I think? No? Shh. Do I just keep going? Can't remember. This one. And this one. One, two, three. Here we go. And yeah, I need to get another Super Nintendo because I used to have one, but it's gone. I don't know what happened to it. And I gotta get one before the eBay prices get too high. Because I don't think they're too bad right now. But, oh, he didn't touch me. Game mechanic problem. I haven't actually checked the eBay prices, but I'm pretty sure they're not too bad. But, you know, the longer you wait, the more expensive they get. They get rarer. Oh, come on. One, two. Oh, fish. Dude. Reminds me of the Mario Maker fish trolls. They're so funny. It's like some of the hardest times I ever laughed, for sure. Most huge ass fish come down. It's so funny. I need a Switch so bad. Now that there's a Switch 2, the original Switches should be getting cheaper. I've seen some good deals on the Switches that like don't have HDMI, like docking stations. But I kind of want one with a docking station. So I can like do a capture card and everything. These bloopers are pretty trolly too. Mario 3 was so good. That was like the best. Oh. Mario 3 is really like the true sequel to Mario 1. It's like the same mechanics and like the same graphics, just like upgraded, you know? And just like more levels and like better levels. It's such a good game. No. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna make it. That's alright. We'll have another day. We can beat it another day on a better capture device. So close. That hammer, bro, that is... He always gets me in this level. They're so hard. I never know if I should jump over him or go under him. He's so fast. As long as I get by... Usually if I get by him... Oh! Come on. Let's go. No! Oh, that last hammer came out later, dude. Oh, so close. Alright, I gotta take a break.